They are going to be sent out right now. New relief programs have been expanded thanks to recently passed legislation. Now, inflation relief checks are expected to be distributed this year to all eligible households. These rebate checks can be worth as much as $500. My dearest friends, please do me a big favor and watch until the end of this video. Also, every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways.
I'm actually okay with audits. We want people to pay their taxes, and there should be a random way of selecting some tax returns to ensure that there's an incentive for people to comply. I do want to, however, get your thinking about some statements that you made this morning. You've multiple times talked about high-income earners. You've talked about millionaires and billionaires. You've talked about complex tax returns in the same sentence as tax avoidance and tax evasion. Do you believe that millionaires and billionaires are all tax cheats?
I do not.
Do you believe that there is a reason for complex returns other than to avoid taxes?
Absolutely, there is.
What would be some of those reasons?
Well, here's my understanding, that CFOs of major companies, they have a responsibility to their board and to their shareholders to find the most tax-advantaged status. The concern, and they should.
So it would be a problem for you if they took a legitimate tax deduction?
No, if their return is accurate and complete and legitimate, great. But that's not the concern that we have. That's not the issue. The issue was that because the IRS was not auditing our audit rates were anemic, because we weren't investing in keeping pace, that these efforts in certain cases got to aggressive avoidance and then even evasion. And I can give you examples of where it's more prolific, and that's really where we want to focus. It's where these efforts
it's troubling to me when you keep using those terms in the same sentence as if all high-income earners, who, by the way, are paying most of our taxes, are all looking to avoid taxes, because that's not my experience with business owners, with corporate leaders. They want to do what's right. And so, it concerns me going into an audit. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. And if your entire organization is taking the approach that you're taking today, you're actually feeling that people are guilty before the audit is even done.
It was not my intention. My intention is to make sure we're increasing scrutiny on complex returns where there's high risk of evasion.
Do you have any information on what percentage of returns on high-income earners result in no change?
I can get that information for you. I don't have that at my fingertips.
Do you have any information regarding the change rate after audits in all income earners levels? For instance, we know there's been fraud in those who receive the child tax credit. What percentage of individuals who have filed for the child tax credit have done it so fraudulently compared to high-income earners? Do you have that information?
I believe we have that and can get that to you.
Now, friends, New Jersey's Senior Freeze Tax Program for 2024 is kicking off, with applications being sent out to taxpayers. The program expanded in the budget, signed by Governor Phil Murphy last summer, has raised the income limit by over $50,000 to $150,000. Additionally, the residency requirement for applicants has been removed. The deadline to file applications this year is October 31st, 2024. The state treasurer emphasized the benefits of the Senior Freeze program, allowing seniors and disabled residents to remain in their communities without worrying about yearly property tax hikes. In order to be eligible for the program this year, taxpayers must be 65 years old or older by December 31st, 2022, or receive Social Security disability payments on both December 31st, 2022 and December 31st, 2023. Eligible taxpayers must also have an annual income of $150,000 or less in 2022 and $163,000 or less in 2023. Also, starting this week, more than 700,000 families will receive checks. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer said that the Michigan Earned Income Tax Credit would increase from 6% to 30% of the federal credit beginning in the 2023 tax year. The amount that each person will receive will vary, but the average payment will be approximately $550. Also, Georgia senators are proposing a measure to limit how much assessed home values can increase for tax purposes, aiming to ease the burden of rising property taxes, especially in an election year. The proposed Senate Bill 349 would cap increases in a home's assessed value at 3% per year, as long as homeowners maintain a homestead exemption. This cap would require approval from voters in a November referendum. Senator Chuck Hufstetler, the sponsor of the bill, emphasized that the goal is to prevent homeowners from being taxed out of their homes, especially as property tax bills continue to rise, while incomes may not keep pace. Property tax concerns are widespread among Georgia lawmakers, reflecting a national trend where states like Texas, Kansas, Colorado, and Pennsylvania are also addressing rising levies. However, there is debate over the approach. While the Senate proposes a statewide cap on valuations, the House favors increasing the homestead exemption to $4,000, which may not benefit all homeowners. Some lawmakers prefer allowing local decisions on valuation caps. Another House bill suggests a 3% cap in counties without additional legislation. Republicans have also advocated for local governments to lower tax rates to stabilize bills, but a cap on taxable home values aims to prevent tax revenue increases, which are driven solely by rising property values. Several Georgia counties, cities, and school systems have already implemented local caps, but opposition comes from the Georgia School Board Association, which argues for local decision-making. Critics worry that a 3% cap could strain school budgets, leading to challenges in maintaining teacher salaries and covering expenses. Additionally, it may result in lower taxes for long-term homeowners compared to newcomers. But despite these concerns, property tax collections in Georgia have increased significantly in recent years, outpacing the rise in property values, indicating a serious need for measures to address tax burden concerns. In January, wholesale prices in the United States increased, indicating that some inflation pressures in the economy are still very high. President Biden's re-election bid faces frustration from the public regarding inflation, despite measures showing a decline from peak levels. However, average prices are still about 20% higher than when Biden took office. Costs for hospital care, doctor visits, and hotel stays have also increased last month. Well, my awesome and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you so much, friends, for being part of this community. Remember that every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you so much, dear friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed week.